EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Los Angeles Rams. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. On play action, now Carr. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now.
Give them the completion, no gain, but let's focus in on that tackle. Open field tackling, the hardest thing to do in the game, I believe.
But when you get outside the tackle box, it becomes a numbers game. The defense had more than they could block. Throwing again on second down. Carr. Wide open receiver complete. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Well, they go with a slant that time, 15 yards and a first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they've put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
They fake the handoff. Now Carr. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver. And now it's second down. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up second and 10. On play action, they'll throw. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. He had no options downfield there and just chucked it out of bounds.
There was no one open. He was in the pocket. Where was the intentional grounding call?
Oh, you wanted the flag.
Of course I did. I'm a defensive guy. You know that. Where was the flag? The officials point out that someone was in the area. He got away with one.
Throwing his Carr on third down. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that's well executed there on third down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
On first down, Carr. That's caught by his tight end, Foster Moreau. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. Well, the first drive here and the first time that we've called the big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers will get involved as this game goes on.
Now Carr again. And Waller taking it in over the middle. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. And how about this first drive? They're being aggressive, slinging it around.
Really confident, too, because they're not trying to fool them with running plays, throwing it, and they're being very successful right now.
First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
On second and 11 now, Carr. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Adams. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. Here's Carr to throw. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by David Long. And the Rams are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. But that one incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read. By the time he tried to look elsewhere, found a new target. The coverage was good. That ball's incomplete.
They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10. Here's the first carry of the game. And he is going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It was a loss of 7 yards, so they did deal with 3rd and 11.
Pretty straightforward there by the linebacker. He saw the run. Went with right in for pursuit. Dumped him behind the line of scrimmage. Downfield defensively for the Raiders are in there.
Two DBs out there. From the gun, here's Stafford.
In tandem, the back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play. Forced him to try and throw it through contact and short of distance. Stafford.
Percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. They forgot about the run to set up a pass. They're just coming out now.
Forget trying to set anything up. They think they have the advantage. They think they have the matchup, and they're just attacking right now.
Going to the air on the opening drive. Raiders setting down started. They need a full hit here to get the first down and move the chains. his offense. Charles, he already has 4 receptions here on this open drive.
I know people were watching the game thinking, did they forget about it in the defensive game plan? But it's actually been the opposite. They're going to give him a lot of attention. He's been very creative, savvy in his route running, and finding seam openings in order to increase the completions.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Well done to stay that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that strip because the guy diagnosed his perfect now. Ready, he made play, and he could even get going moving forward.
And they're taking down here. This will take us to the end of the first quarter. We're scoreless after 1. The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter. The offense on 3rd down. A perfect 3-3 as they look to keep that streak up. This is 3rd and 4. And here's a look for the end of the pass. That would go, and they've been complete.
I don't see them trying to get the football out of the backfield. Love what he can do in his space, and they believe that he can create mismatches that can exploit.
4th down, and we go from one to another. Stafford heads off. Matt gets to the Rams field goal. They keep got this one through. Another Rams have their first points here. It's 3-0. So they get to the first turnover of the game, and they've been making a little bit extra for the field goal.
And anytime you what's the first system the coach tells these guys? Don't let them score off of this. You got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, the coach turned his defense. The firemen go out there, guys, and don't let them put points on the board.
They make field goal, get back out there, kick it off. And do a little bit of try to get it out. Second drive of the game coming up for the Las Vegas offense. Their second drive here, the ball charge for last time. They threw the interception, but the defense held up a little bit to make it, giving up for 3 points.
Yeah, they put some points on the table. That was not too bad now. They have a good defense. They drew the pick. They're now back out on the field. Getting a good drive and get some points of their own.
And the Rams here. He's going to be stopped in tracks at the line of scrimmage. It was the linebacker that's a little bit of the stop. So out with a run for no gain. Here's 2nd and 10. Play action. It's Carr. They'll find his tight ends. That's Waller. And he's been at 33, following a good pickup of 8.
When you execute a drag offense really well and give them a chance to let it help a little bit, you can get some significant yardage by tight end on that one.
The Rams have on their nickel center. Here comes the delivery for 3rd down. And Carr. That's good. And he got the Raiders first down. His defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard game there on 3rd and 2.
I like the fact that they didn't complicate things on that ball. 3rd and 2 from the football kicks, which they did. All the quarterback's hands. Yes, they did. Pick up the touchdown.
Play action. Now it's Carr. Looking for Adams. It gets his head. Good lead. And they're going to be set up at the 13-yard line.
Let's face it, the focus is going to be at the end of this line on the big-time game, right? He lined up on the left and worked his way all the way to the right before the pass out. But the offensive line had protection to give him enough time to work his way all the way across the field.
Here's the kick. Comes up 1st and 10. And he is making his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A good sitting backwards after the huge game last play.
That's a really good team defense. You can't get that one on the running back. He'll shot there. Get a man in his face immediately.
So after the one action, they know to make a miss on second and 14. And that might go absolutely nowhere. He's built before he can get out of the backfield. That second down ends on -4.
I think it might be time to do a bit different section playbook there. Back-to-back runs, both for the loss. Now the third long coming up.
Seven lanes is wrapping up, but all going to go on third down. Shotgun now for Carr. Goes down. Third field promo, Aaron Donald gets the sack.
For granted at this point, Aaron Donald. 7th in overall season last year. That sack, clear tackles. And we're going to see Super Bowl win.
So it turns out that defensive line don't come to the Charles. They get points. Get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because you know after that sack, there was consternation there. We have to field goal range, or we have to be able to get 3. His Yankees stepped right up and gave them that what they needed.
Out of the field, their second drive of the game. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knock out below. They still settle for 3.
You got to like it when you know what you want with it, right? It's going to put some body blows, set up punch. But you see, they didn't get out here, but then they can't come later in the game on the possession. And the defense is tired, and if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting off field, only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled defense. Running back is a little bit of space in order to maneuver, but he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A lot of there.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And that is incomplete.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit incomplete. Hunter Renfrow deep to return for the Raiders. Field is just inside the 30. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Raiders take over that first and 10. Now this offense got it set to go their next drive. And last time they get the Raiders, they got a system. They got something in the drive.
Well, this take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they take it. Anything to do points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the kicker.
He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there. Those that made people run their assignment and finish the job.
Second down, time it's incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
The offense on third down tonight, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Here's Carr. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Carr finding Waller there for the Vegas first.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
Carr now on first down. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Looking to throw again on second down. Carr, short throw, going to be caught by Waller. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
They've looked his way quite a bit, and in my estimation, as well they should.
Well, that's now 5 catches in this first half alone.
And he picks up another first down. He's been an important part of their offense here early.
Throwing on first down is Carr. That is incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you had. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. He's at the 40, past the 20. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. Ah, yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
You're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski, okay? Oski was an interception.
Different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a three-syllable word.
Yeah.
You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Fielded just outside the goal line. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Now Carr to try again after the pick 6. The left side throw complete to Adams. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You've got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
Carr now on first down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. He goes underneath to Abdullah. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Carr going to throw. And able to complete it to Moreau. And he is going to have the Raiders first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Carr to throw again. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the Rams are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. To throw again on 2nd down. Stafford caught out left side by Robinson. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Now the Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down. Stafford. And this is going to be incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way, a dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. The Raider offense heading back for one final first-half drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
He completes it to Abdullah. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. The Raider offense heading back for one final first-half drive. And with decent starting field position, they're maybe only a couple completions away from field goal range. Throwing again on 2nd down. Carr. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now Carr. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. So on 4th down, here's A.J. Cole to punt for the Raiders. Back deep, Brandon Powell. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And they'll start at the 25 as Powell decides against returning it. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. This is caught by Robinson. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. From the gun, here's Stafford. Throw left side, complete to Kupp. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 5 catches for him in that first half, and that's number 6 that we just saw, and also a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To the air again, Stafford. That's complete to Robinson. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
They'll run on first down with Akers. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
This a 2nd and 7 from the 37. To throw is Stafford. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 21. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Stafford going to give this to Akers. And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there going to take this to about the 10-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. On 1st and 10, Stafford. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Cup. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Now 2nd and 5. Snap will come from the 6. A give running right is Akers. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Back to throw, Stafford. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
On that snap, he's the hero of his defense after the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
Fourth down, and we go from one Matt to another. Stafford heads off. Matt Gay gets set for the Rams field goal. Gay's kick is good, and they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
After the made field goal, Gay back out there to kick it off. Taken at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
Meanwhile, Carr's throw taken in by Adams. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From midfield, here's Carr. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down. Here's Carr to throw. And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. On first down, it's Stafford. And he wisely will throw that one away.
No sense risking anything there on first down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll go with Akers here up the middle. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. Off of play action. Here's Stafford. Throw left side complete. That's Robinson. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the first down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, they got the safe completion on 3rd. Here's Riley Dixon now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Aaron Donald, make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Carr. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion, one more good rep, and they get off the field.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Carr. Looking deep for Adams. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Here's A.J. Cole now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a first down. Roughing, it is a first.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, usually bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play.
Throwing on first down is Carr. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of the story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what'd you say to it?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that
That's
answer.
cold-blooded. Cold-blooded.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Three quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. It's Raider football here, but they're on the short side of the scoreboard right now as we begin the 4th. Now, Carr again. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Adams.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
Jacobs. Not going anywhere. He'll lose a couple back to the 6.
A loss of 2 there. Second down.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame whooping has turned into results.
So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? It's a jet sweep. This is Renfro. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by David Long.
And the Rams are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. On 1st down, they'll start out with Akers.
And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
2nd down, they'll go with Akers again.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
45 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Off the fake to Akers. Here's Stafford. Open man. He's got Jefferson across the formation.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It'll be a 1st down for the Rams there on a pickup of 18.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense, because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Stafford going to give to Akers on the draw.
And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
From the 44, Stafford. Robinson's got it.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
And a good quarterback facing zone coverage, if he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he's going to be taken down right at the line. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And he'll just get rid of it.
The frustration evident there because he couldn't find anyone on 3rd down, and he left no doubt that he was throwing that one away.
This one no doubt important for Matt Gay. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. And he hits the upright, but it caroms in anyway. Boy, plenty of distance there as he banks it in. And the lead stretches. 16-3 now. The distance was never the question there, but he gets a friendly bounce to carom that thing through the uprights.
Yeah, and when you're trying to hit from 50-plus, you got to expect the ball's going to slide one way or the other. So he's pretty fortunate there that he's able to bank this one in.
After the made field goal, Gay back out there to kick it off. Fielded just outside the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Las Vegas' offense back out there ready to go. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. Aaron Donald, my goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really turning in an incredible performance. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Carr. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards.
In this situation, the dictation is coming from the defense, right? They're going to tell you, you can have 6, 7 yards, do that all the way downfield. Let's just go ahead and take the time off the clock. I think they've got to start attacking vertically a lot more.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 10. He goes underneath to Abdullah, and he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Short play like that in this situation this late, that's a win for the defense.
No doubt. And I remember something Coach Madden used to talk about all the time. Sometimes you can't just take what the defense gives you. You have to take what you need. And in this case, the offense is taking what the defense is giving them, not what they need.
Pass complete, it's Adams. And he is going to have a Raiders first down. It's a gain of 12 on 4th. Now Carr.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by David Long. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
They'll go again here with Akers.
Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
On third down, here's a run by Akers.
And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight.
Here's Renfro to return.
Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
So Carr and the Raiders now down by 13. Less than 90 seconds to go. Their offense has struggled all night, and now they need to find 2 scores late to try to pull this thing out.
Throwing his Carr.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
If this offense can't get it done, they'll think back to just a few plays and say to themselves, this was a winnable game, and we let it get away. Still a chance to save it, but time's definitely running out.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Carr to throw.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Now Carr, gotta have this one. He's gonna let it fly. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. The Rams go victory formation as they take the knee. Stafford down to a knee, and with it, he's going to ensure his guys a victory. So the LA Rams with a victory here. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that would be their last points of the game.
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it's just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half.